happy campers. I'm back around the campfire for another story time. You know, it's always fun when you're camping to sit around the fire and tell a really spooky story. So I brought along my books again, but I think I've decided that I am going to read that Dr. Seuss story, What Was I Scared Of? Because in the darkness, when you're camping, it's really fun to tell ghost stories. And this one is kind of funny, yet creepy, yet spooky, yet all things Dr. Seussy fun book. So I definitely want to include this in our campfire story time. I still have my lantern. I am sitting here next to this cozy fire. I want you to come along. Yeah, get your flashlight and join me for story time around the campfire. All right, let's enjoy another good book. Dr. Seuss, What Was I Scared Of? And it's kind of a tiny book, so I'll try to get close with the pictures. Well, I was walking in the night and I saw nothing scary, for I have never been afraid of anything, not very. You know, he's famous for those rhyming words. Then, I was deep within the woods when suddenly I spied them. I saw a pair of pale green pants with nobody inside them. I wasn't scared, but yet I stopped. What could those pants be there for? What could a pair of pants at night be standing in the air for? That is a really good question that I would be asking also. Yikes, they started running. I would be running even faster than this guy. And then they moved. Those empty pants, they kind of started jumping. And then my heart, I must admit, it kind of started thumping. So I got out. I got out fast as I could go, sir. I wasn't scared, but pants like that I did not care for. No, sir. Me either. After that, a week went by. Then one dark night in Greenwich, I had to do an errand there and fetch some Greenwich spinach. Well, I had fetched the spinach. I was starting back through town when those pants raced around a corner and they almost knocked me down. I lost my Greenwich spinach, but I didn't even care. I ran for home. Believe me, I had really had a scare. Remember, he said he wasn't scared of anything, but now, no doubt he is. I would be too. Now, bicycles were never made for pale green pants to ride on, especially spooky pale green pants with nobody inside them. Look at those pants riding away. And the next night, I was fishing for doubt trout on River River. When those pants came rowing toward me, well, I started to shiver. And by now I was so frightened that, I'll tell you, but I hate to, I screamed and rode away and lost my hook hook and line and bait too. Boy, he was really spooked out that night. I ran and found a brickle bush. I hid myself away. I got prickles in my britches, but I stayed there anyway. No, that is a situation. I think I'd stay there too, wouldn't you? I stayed all night. The next night too. I'd be there still, no doubt, but I had to do an errand. So the next night I went out. An errand is a little job. I had to do an errand. I had to pick a peck of schneid in a dark and gloomy schneid field that was almost 9 miles wide. Whoa. I said, I do not fear those pants with nobody inside them. I said and said and said those words. I said them, but I lied them. Sometimes we try to convince ourselves we're not really scared, but we really are. Then I reached inside a schneid bush, and the next thing that I knew, I felt my hand touch someone, and I'll bet that you know who. Pants. Spooky pale green pants. Yikes. Oh boy. He's up close and personal. Let's find out what happens next. Oh boy. Look at that face. He is startled. And there I was, caught in the schneid. And in that dreadful place, those spooky empty pants and I were standing face to face. I yelled for help. I screamed. I shrieked. I howled. I yowled. I cried. Oh, save me from these pale green pants with nobody inside. Oh boy, he's in a situation. I wonder what's going to happen next. But then a strange thing happened. Why, those pants began to cry. Those pants began to tremble. They were just as scared as I. Imagine that. I never heard such whimpering, and I began to see that I was just as strange to them as they were strange to me. That's interesting. I put my arm around their waist and sat right down beside them. I calmed them down. Poor empty pants with nobody inside them. Oh, that's sweet. And now we meet quite often, those empty pants and I, and we never shake or tremble. We both smile and we say hi. Oh. Friendship with empty pants. Can you believe it? You know, sometimes we're afraid of something or even someone before we really know the situation. So I like this story, how the character figured out that what he thought he was afraid of was not really anything he needed to be afraid of. And, you know, sometimes we just need to give people or something that's different a chance. Check it out first before we make a judgment. I like the message in this book. And I like how he was in the woods and he went fishing. Those are all things you could do when you're on a camping trip. You're in the woods. You can go fishing or rowing in your boat. Oh, I'm glad I selected this Dr. Seuss story. It was a little creepy. It was in the dark. However, it was kind of funny too. I like the brickles in his britches part. Which part was your favorite? Well, that's it for our story time today. I have enjoyed our campfire and our time together, and I hope you have enjoyed listening to this Dr. Seuss story, What Was I Scared Of? Okay, campers, until our next camping video, as always, have a good one.